Hey guys, just had my camera shut off while I was filming this before. I did a whole video of it, and about 9/10 of the way through it, it cut off because the camera heated up so much because it's so warm today. So I had to take the cover off the camera. So that's part of living in the Philippines. But anyway, I just want to talk a little bit today about a Filipino budget versus an American budget. This has been covered by a lot of people. And I had a guy write to me saying that my budgets are very misleading, he says, because most of the population over here is living on $400. Statistically, he says somewhere around there. Well, yes, that's very true. That's very true that most people over here do live on that. But families over here, they struggle. And as an expat, do you want to come over here and live like that? And my answer would be no, you wouldn't. Most of the people that I see coming over here are usually, I'd say about half of them are living in the sweet spot budget or better. Some of them live very well. I've met a lot of people over here that are living on really great budgets. We have a whole cacophony over here of roosters today, and you can hear them over here in the background crowing and everything. And they're pretty loud. I think the sun must have come out of the clouds for a second or whatever, and now all of a sudden they're all activated. But anyway, I want to get into this a little bit. I live in a pretty much Filipino community. I don't live in a gated community. I don't have all those benefits of the gated community. I live amongst Filipinos, but I live on the sweet spot budget, okay? And living on the sweet spot budget inside a Filipino community, to me, it's much more enjoyable because I get to do a lot of things that other people don't get to do, because I can travel around more, I can do things, I have more cash in my pocket, I can go out more, I can go out to eat, I can go up to Manila, I can get out and do videos for you guys, and I love doing that. But here's the problem that I noticed living here, is I get to see the way that Filipinos live on that $400. I see people up above getting kicked out because they can't afford to pay their rent because they had an emergency that month. I see people making deals with landlords saying, hey, you know, I don't have enough money to give you this month, so can you wait till the 1st and then I'll just let me move in and I'll pay you then. The landlord, they want somebody in there. They're desperate because some of these places, they're not the nicest places. I've showed all the different places out there so you guys can see what's available out there. And some of them are nicer than others. Some of them are fixer-uppers. And that's what I say you have to have an eye for. You know, just paint it up, make it look the way you want it, and then you'll be happy and make it yours. Well, Filipinos can't afford that, so they have to live the way it's delivered to them. Well, these people, they move in there, and the 1st of the month comes, and they got to buy food for their family. So it's either food or rent. So what are you going to choose? Absolutely, you're going to choose to pay the food first. And whatever other important bills come first, and then you pay the rent. Well, is rent important? Hell yeah, it's important. But that's a struggle. It's part of living in the Philippines. Remember, it's below the poverty level. Think about that for a second. And people are asking me, Steve, why can't I live like they can live? Well, you can. But would you want to? This is the big question. They've had other vloggers out there talking about this, and they ask the same question. Would you want to? And for me, I wouldn't want to. It's okay to move into these places if you have the money. If you're, say, $1,000 above, you're going to be okay probably for a while. Will it be like that forever? No, it will not. You need to have that cost of living increase. So if you're on Social Security or you're into some municipal your municipal pension or something like that where you're getting cost of living increases, you'll be way better off surviving over here than if you're on a fixed income where that fixed income never grows, and then you're kind of stuck here, okay? The other issue is this. For people, I mean, I still think of this guy that was calling me a couple weeks ago, and we talk every once in a while. He's a nice fella. He's only making about $350, $400 a month back in the States, but he has a roof over his head. He has health care. He has food on his table. I'm sure he gets some sort of food stamps or what have you to live. And this is going to be quite common in the States where we have people like this. It's borderline homelessness, basically. But at least they have a place. Some of these places, people have a place to live in some of these states. They give them housing. There's guys in their 60s and 70s and stuff. And they're still asking to come over here saying, you know, well, my girlfriend can work or whatever, and she'll make maybe 300, you know, 400 a month, and then we have 700, and then we can survive or whatever. Most girls are not going to go with a guy that's on one of these budgets of 350, 400, and then move in with this guy. But I've seen it happen. It does happen, but it doesn't end well. Okay, it doesn't end well at all. Usually the girl gets fed up with the guy because she can get a Filipino guy that makes more. So why would they want to do that? So they do better with a Filipino guy. Yeah, at first the foreigner thing is great. They think, well, I'm going to be with a foreigner, and he's going to take care of me, and he's going to do this. Well, when they find out that you don't have the two pennies to rub together, they're going to leave you. And sadly, that's part of life in the Philippines. And you know, you're probably going to end up at window 1 asking for a repatriation loan in the Philippines at the embassy, saying, hey, I need to go home. They're going to ask for 3 numbers to call, and those people have to say that they're not willing to help you. So they're going to call those 3 people, then they're going to get back to you, and then they'll do the repatriation loan. They're going to take your passport, and you're not going to get your passport back until you pay off the loan. Now, you get back home. You're living back on 350, 400, or whatever you're living on, the low budget loan. How are you going to pay back that loan, that repatriation loan, unless you go back to work? These are the issues that people don't think about. Now I'm dragging this out a little bit further just to tell you how it works. Now we have, most of the expats over here are veterans. The majority of them, I would say, are veterans. And some of them can go into like a soldier's home if they're sickly, or they can check into a veteran shelter or something. Then they have them out there, but most of them are full. Some of these shelters, you have to leave during the day and then come back. Do you want to live like that? Some people are better off staying where they are, and I don't know everybody's predicament or situation out there. I understand, though, that a lot of people want to come over here. And a lot of people have told me, hey, Steve, wouldn't you rather live in the Philippines and at least you're enjoying your life? Are you really enjoying your life? Because when you come over here and you don't have money to go out with your friends or go out to have a cup of coffee and stuff, because you have to stay home all the time and you're struggling to live and survive, and you're living on rice, vegetables, and maybe a couple pieces of pork or chicken, you know, each week, and that's it. It's not living. You know, living without air conditioning, it's 90 degrees. Today it's hot. Like I said, it was so hot that my camera shut down. My camera actually, my iPhone actually shut down, and you know, I had to restart this video and start it all over again because of that. It's sticky, it's humid, it's not nice. Without a fan back home or air conditioning, you're gonna hurt. You know, it's a lot of hurt being in 90-degree weather with hot, sticky, humid weather. It's not good for your skin. You're gonna start having skin issues. There's mosquitoes, things like that. It's not good. So guys, get that out of your head. Don't listen to people over here telling you, oh man, yeah, you can live on 500. I see the videos. I know there are people that do it, but it sucks, okay? It sucks. And I'm gonna say that flatly, okay? It sucks. To live over here on one of those budgets, it sucks. I wish I could stress that enough that people would understand that, so people could get it through their thick skulls that it's almost impossible to come over here and live like that and be happy. But people keep asking. And we had this guy coming over here. He said he was gonna live on an $850 budget. He told me that. I kept warning him, and I'm sure he might still be doing that. I'm not sure what he's doing now. I think he's planning on going someplace else maybe, or whatever. Maybe the dream of coming over here is just not gonna happen anymore. I don't know. He sent me something the other day. I didn't get to read it because I get so many emails and people writing to me all the time that sometimes I can't even keep up with everything. It's a struggle to keep up with all the emails and comments and everything, and I try to do as much as I can. So there are going to start being some people left behind, unfortunately, that I can't answer. I wish I could answer them, but I can't answer everybody. But the people that I've been talking to, I'm surely going to take care of them, and I'm going to try to answer as many other people as I can. I do answer most phone calls, and I do try to meet up with people that are doing, trying to find a home over here. Me and my girlfriend will facilitate that. We have, and like I said, you know, at least give my girlfriend a tip. A couple of people have, you know, we've taken them around and we told them that we had to get a rent-a-car, and which we did, to show them those places. And not only did they not cover the rent-a-car, they didn't even cover my girlfriend or give her a tip or whatever. And it's like, you know, we paid for this to show you around all the rentals that we have. And we have a lot of people that we're getting, most people, we can find them a home. I would say about 90% of the people we find a home for. Okay, so 90% of the people, we're getting them into a home, a nice home, and what they wanted, okay? And that's key. But we get some of these people that are so picky, and they think they're back in the States and they can get, oh, I want a place with a pool, I want this, I want that, I want a place, you know. And we've done that with Florida Sun. But they want a home with a pool, and they want it to be $600 in Tagaytay or whatever, and places like that. And that doesn't happen. You know, and we have other people over there that want to go over there. They're looking for the $600 home over there, and it doesn't matter if it has a pool. And we've facilitated those people. But we do tell people, you know, my girlfriend's time is not free, unfortunately. And a couple people have kind of ditched her and just left her hanging. And I felt bad for her the other day because she did a lot of work putting together a couple of places for these people to show them and making all the phone calls. And at the end of the day, they still asked about another place and kind of left us hanging. And I was kind of a little bit upset about that. I wasn't overly mad, and she wasn't either. It happens sometimes, but I mean, you know, her time is worth something. My time, I get paid by the channel. I really don't care, you know. So sometimes I go out and just teach people the ropes over here when they come, you know, and tell them how to do things, how to hook up their Wi-Fi or what have you, or point them in the right direction, or I, you know, teach them different things, or I tell them how to get a better deal maybe on the home, you know, whatever we can do to help these people. We've helped them a lot. I mean, anybody that has been here in the community that we're forming over here, we've helped them a lot. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to throw that out there, you know, about living over here. Do not think you're gonna come over here and live on a low-ball budget anymore. Not happening with inflation over here. Jeepneys and tricycles are about to go up probably soon. It's gonna happen. I'm sure they're gonna strike. When they strike, they usually end up getting more money. They're making peanuts now. And with the gas prices being higher, taxis, lifts, Grabs, all these people are making a lot less money. So when you're out riding around in these cars, think about that when you're driving, because you know what? These people are suffering now. Anyway, guys, God bless. And think, you don't want to end up at window one, guys. Window one is not the place you want to be. You know, window one is where you go to get your repatriation loan when you're broke here and you have no more money and nobody in the States will help you. You have to have 3 numbers back home to go to window one. You give them those 3 numbers, they call up to see if they'll help you. When they say no, then the United States government gives you a loan to come home and they take away your passport. Just remember that, guys. For the low-ball budget people, that's where you're gonna end up ultimately. God bless, guys. Take care.